What's up, everyone? I am here today in my bedroom to show you a project that I'm going to be doing, and a how-to instructional video. I've never done this before, so I did my research. I know what I'm getting into, but this is my first time actually doing the job. So I'm going to be going back to and doing a lot of recaps on all the videos I've done on my house. I've done everything I've done on my house, I've done myself. I never hired anybody to do any of the work, and I've done a lot of different projects, saved tens of thousands of dollars. We're lucky this day and age, we have so much at our fingertips, how-to videos to find online and to really learn how to do it right. So if you like working with your hands, learning new trades, doing it yourself, you can save a lot of money. So today we are going to be doing a project to replace the
popcorn ceiling.
I hate that stuff. I'm going to be using these styrofoam tiles that I've gotten, and this is a very inexpensive way to do the project, and compared to other options that are out there, or hiring somebody to take all the popcorn down. Very, very messy project, and hire somebody to either do a knockdown or actually do ceiling tiles. These are styrofoam ceiling tiles. Now this is very inexpensive compared to other options that are out there, but I think it's pretty expensive for what it is. It's like, I think I paid $28 per 8 tiles, and these are very thin. I'll show you here. We'll open them up, take a look at them. These are very thin styrofoam tiles. They're 20 by 20 inches. So, you know, to do this room, I forget, I'll have to look at the receipt, but it's almost like $200 to do the ceiling. So, which is pretty inexpensive to do the other way. But let's get right to it. We'll dig into the box and I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll get started here. AntiqueCeilings.com, that's where I got mine. I will put the link in the description below. If you guys like to go and check them out. This is not a paid advertisement or anything like that. Again, this is my first time using this product, and we'll go from there. Careful, I don't want to cut. There they are. So these tiles, as you can see, I like the design. It kind of reminds me of my Brasilia furniture that I have in the room, a little bit. Not exactly, but it kind of goes with the pattern. And like I said, these are look at these, very thin. They're pliable, bendable. I mean. But very light, literally feather light, so they float to the ground. So let's get to it. Okay, so the tools for this project that you're going to need is a masking tape to use to, after I get everything lined up, I will tack a couple of the tiles to the ceiling, just to kind of see how they look before I permanently glue them all down. A tape measure, a chalk line. You really don't need a chalk line, but it'll definitely make your life a lot easier. A hammer and one nail. That is correct. That's all you need, is one nail. That's just to tack this down. I don't have anybody with me while I'm chalking the lines. A straight edge razor to actually cut the tiles. And then the adhesive, which I am using Acro Pro. You get this at Home Depot. Tile adhesive, and a spatula, and then also a straight edge and something to cut the tiles on. I'm using this Black & Decker workbench, just so make sure that you get a nice clean cut and you're not cutting on anything that you want to damage. And that is really all you need for this project, I hope. So let's get started. First thing I'm gonna have to do is remove the air vent in there, which I'm also going to replace, or actually paint that one white. I could not find the size at Home Depot yesterday. I have an odd size, I guess. and take out the ceiling fan as well. Again, if anybody wants this ceiling fan, it is yours. It's a Hampton Bay. This thing kicks out some power too. I just don't like the looks of it. Actually, I got this from a very good friend, Lenny. Thank you, Lenny, years ago when he was doing a demolition job. Lenny, it's still here. But I don't want it anymore. I'm getting a nice newer one that kind of goes with wooden blades to kind of match everything else in the room. The first thing you want to do before anything is you want to turn the light on the fan. Make sure the light's on, and then go turn off the breaker and make sure the light's off. That guarantees that you're having no power coming through it before you take it off. So let's get that done. And then you want to take down the ceiling vent. One other thing you're going to need as well is either a small step stool or a ladder to help you when you're doing the ceiling part, as I just used to take the vent down. So I want to find the center point between, actually the center point in the entire room, which is probably going to be there. It looks like it is, I just don't know if it's exact. So I'm going to measure and do a cross and find the center point, and then tack up some of the ones up there and see how it goes. Okay, so I have the chalk lines done, and as I assumed, the fan is in the direct center. So now I want to figure out if I want a tile in the center or do I want that in four corners. So I'm going to paste it up and see how it looks. Okay, so what I decided to do, or what I realized, so my two options were to cut a center out of here, to have that go up right where the fan fixture is, or to have it meet in the middle, right here. But what I realized is these squares do not, when you put them all together, it just makes one continuous pattern. Where yes, you'll have seams, but in the same spot in the center here is the same if I did it in the center here. And it would just be easier to cut and trim four pieces than to have a center piece there. So, and it would be much easier to follow the lines right down instead of having one right down the middle. So I'm gonna go with that. So let's get started. Okay, so first we are going to, basically what we're going to do is going to put about dimes, quarter size dabs all throughout on the high points that are going to touch the ceiling. And you will use your spatula or whatever you feel fit. So let's get started. So far come along so good. And towards the end, when we finish, you can actually go through and fix the caulk lines. Just caulk in between if there's any tiny little gaps, because trust me, houses are not perfect. In this room, it was tough trying to get it square because it's not perfectly square. It's about a ½ inch off on one of the walls, which I compensated for. Now we've gotten to the edge of the wall where a full piece will not fit. So I found out that I measured, just mark lines with a pencil where the lines, and I'm just going to trim this down to fit along the wall. Use a straight edge and a razor. And I find what's best whenever using with razors, you find the ones that have the breakable away blades. Keep it nice and sharp with that nice clean edge. We do light passes. We want about 3 light passes. And get that nice, perfect clean edge. voila, all done. That was a lot easier than I thought. Very simple project, so just one more step now. I'm just gonna go back through and I'm just gonna caulk in between all the tiles and fill in all the imperfections all the way around. But so far I'm very happy with it. I think it turned out great. Oh, it got bright there for a second. And it looks amazing, and it was a lot easier than I thought. Only took me a couple hours, and it looks great. So I'm gonna caulk it up, leave it, see how it looks. And then also going to think about possibly doing, I wonder why the light's doing this. You know, like a crown molding. I did it I took my time with all the measurements and got it very well, so they're very plush. There's really no gaps. So I could potentially leave it that way if I wanted to go for that look. Or I could do you know, an edge and quarter round or very crown molding. I want to keep it like modern, not too intricate. So yeah, so onto the caulking. So the tools you're going to need for the caulking job is you're going to need a caulk gun, caulk. I'm using the DAP 230. You can really use any type of caulk. You just want to make sure that it's paintable. If that's something you want to leave as an option in the future. I'm going to possibly paint mine. I'm going to leave it how it is first and kind of see how I like it with the bare styrofoam, and also see how much you can see the caulk, how well it matches, and then a rag and some water. So basically the process I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and caulk about 1/8 of an inch bead, very thin bead, and you know, finish it off with my finger and then a wet rag and getting it nice and smooth and no making it look nice. So here we go. Caulking done, I got the fan in, I got the new white vent in, and woo, it looks great. I love the way it turns out. I'm so happy with it. So much easier than I expected, like I stated earlier. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and most importantly, I hope it inspires you all to do your own home improvements around your house, or just get out there and create something, love life, and just be happy. I love you all. Have a great day.